Andreas' shop here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Got a few announcements we're going to make. I'm actually trying to bring up something on the TV, and we'll get into the announcements because usually it takes people a little while to get in here. But if you're watching this back, I'll try and make it entertaining as much as I can. In the meantime, let's see, I gotta get to, there we go. So, I'm going to bring some stuff up on the TV. I guess this is not the right app. It's YouTube TV is not what I'm looking for.
Oh, it's not like regular YouTube?
Yeah,
Can I
no, it's
cast
not
it?
right.
Does this TV allow casting?
I don't think so. So anyway, just a few guys in here now. Welcome to it. Look for the YouTube app. We have the Helen Meet coming up June 12th through 14th in Helen, Georgia. That is our next event. Be sure to join us there. Share it on every forum you're a part of. And yeah, hope to see you guys out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then we have NC Car coming up July 4th weekend. All this is going to be over on my website, so be sure to check out my website. I've updated a lot over there. There's a whole new store. We're even selling parts. I've got some wheels that are going to be up for sale. So we have late offset phone dials that have been fully refurbished. We also have a set of what's the wheels that come on the 89 Turbo S? What are they called?
The D90s or the Club Sports?
I think they're Club Sports, yeah. So we got a pretty much brand new set of Club Sports that we're going to have up on the website too, as well as some other parts. We got heads for sale, blocks for sale, and everything else. And then we're also going to be doing the track day come February. We're gauging interest for that. So go over to the track day website on my website, the tab, and check that out. Okay, she's got the live stream up now. So that's how you want to watch it. You don't want to watch it live, you want to watch it through the TV.
Okay, I guess I'll watch it live. I'll look at you. That's fine.
So anyway, Happy Fight says hi everybody. J Fusion says happy Sunday.
Seats are soft.
And Asep says
Yeah.
first one here. Good to see you. Glad you're here. We've got the 968 in the shop today, and we're gonna try and get it ready for all these track days and stuff. And so if you saw the previews, and I was gonna show just how pretty this car was, but they've already dug in and got to work on it. So this is a 93 968 with about 71,000 miles on it. We are digging in to replace all the old coolant hoses. We're going to check the belts. They have a recent change, so we're not really concerned about that. The water pump looks new, and the records indicate that it's new. But we are going to be going in and changing the timing chain and pads and the oil cooler seals. So if you know anything about these cars, this is something that you have to do, especially if they're original. When they go, they can just rip this whole head apart. So gotta make sure that if you own one of these, an S2 944S, that you change your chain and pads at regular intervals. They can go probably about 70,000 miles. I've heard going further than that, but I wouldn't do that myself. So this is why we're in here. Everything sounds great. You know, for all we know, we may never have to change this, but it is catastrophic when they go. So it is something that you should check every belt change and maybe change every 2 belt changes. It's just my opinion on it, because better to do it now than later. But,
Yeah.
Looks like there's one more.
Where's that screwdriver?
Oh, there's one more screw there.
Yeah, I always got one right here.
So how's everybody doing? We got a few people in here. I'm going to be taking you around, showing you a little bit more of the car. But yeah, this car is pretty clean. The paint job is beautiful on it. Typically we can have stuff like this done in a couple of days. Take you over here. So this is what the chain and pads. We're going to try and get this cover off before the end of the live stream. And so Thomas said the clutch pedal wasn't coming up after sitting all winter. Took it out for a good drive. The warmer weather yesterday seemed fine. Is not an uncommon thing from sitting. 86 turbo with 33,000 miles. If you have original cylinders, then I'd just go ahead and change them. It's not a common thing. These cars can sit for a long time and the clutch pedal won't go down. So I would definitely go ahead and get that looked at before you end up on the side of the road, Scott.
He said the coolant was from the summer.
Okay. But the hoses look original.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, I think it's got new coolant in this car. But, yeah, we'll just go ahead and change these hoses. We don't, on a racetrack where it's very brutal conditions, you do not want to, like, have one of these 30-year-old hoses blow.
Yeah. Like
It's
when
gonna happen.
We pressure tested mine, and they were fine, but as soon as you turn up the pressure, they all start leaking.
Yeah, yeah. So this here, you can see just a very slight, something's been leaking there. Not a big deal, but when you're on a racetrack, everything gets exposed. And these hoses are just... Arrowhead Garage says howdy everyone. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Let's see. It says I have owned 3 transaxle Porsches and always wanted to get my hands on a 968 one day.
There's
Yeah.
a bag over there.
They are
I'll put these,
evidently a very hot car right now. They've got 2 articles on them in this month's Panorama.
Yeah.
Panorama.
68s are
You want to
the
say the car name? I should have named the car that. But Panorama has 2 articles on the 968, and she just picked this up back in February, and they're just not getting it in here. It's February.
Was it February?
It was
And when we
February.
went to Denver?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just March now.
Yeah. So she picked this up before, you know, it was even before Amelia and all
Yeah.
that when you bought this. So, but I always kind of knew that these cars, they never really got as low as the 944s did as far as value. They always sort of held their value pretty well. I remember looking at some of these cars back in 2007, and you know, your buck went a lot further back then, and it was still $17,000 for a decent one. And then I think for a while you could get them for about 10, but never really dropped below that. And this is a they've already taken it out, but this is a 93. So in 92, 93, they had some pretty interesting options on this car. We already got it out. I wanted to wait till the live stream, but we got to get this stuff done. So you're good.
It should be under that black.
But yeah, I'll show you. I'm just gonna pop it in for a second. So the 92 and 93 car had this that sat just like that. I didn't sit it in there all the way. I'm just sitting, I gotta pull it right back up. But has your gloves and just a little rag so that way you can work on your car. Probably had more stuff here, maybe some little wrenches or something originally, but the gloves and everything are still here. We'll get this cleaned up and make it look nice. But after, I believe, 93, they took this out entirely, as well as that up there, the decorative stuff, and then they started turning all these into like stripped down club sports because the Dodge Stealth and the Dodge Mitsubishi 3000s, all those cars were coming in and they were a lot cheaper, and so you had to compete with those. But Jeffrey says, congratulations on the new purchase. Beautiful. Hope to see it at Broad River European Classic Show in Uptown Shelby on, yeah.
Oh, the 15th.
Yeah, so that's got to be in
April
Uptown Shelby,
25th.
North Carolina on April 25th. So,
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
So,
Broad River.
yeah, all you guys that are out there watching are invited to come see that as well, or join the show. But yeah, I definitely have always really liked the 968s. And here you go. That's a look inside the timing belt housing there. All this looks really good. The rollers look original, but they don't look bad. That looks good. But what we're really after is that chain up here, and so we changed a few of these pads on the 968. We got a few 968s over there as well, and so these are the chain pads, and they're identical for the top and the bottom. And so if you got a 968, you'll order 2 of those. Yeah. And then this is the chain. And if you got a high quality chain, or well, I don't know if this is high quality. If you got a good chain, they'll have the marks on here. I've gotten some chains that do not have those little copper colored ones there, and still do it without those. You just mark them yourself. But
What is the copper color?
that's going to show you where to line up your top dead center marks on your cam. So your cam has marks on them, and you want to line the chain up with those on the back side.
Cool.
I'm gonna put that back in the box. These are the pads. You get in there and change that. Of course, we've got to change the valve cover gasket or cam cover gasket, and everything. When I ordered the parts, it came up as a valve cover.
Yeah.
But this is what people know. Old school people know it as that. Yeah, I'll see if he wants to come, Jeff. All right, so that's a tour of the engine. We're getting ready to start breaking this down, and in the meantime, so. Before I give you guys a tour a little bit more deeper into this car, so I thought, Kevin says, I thought I heard you say something about some Club Sport wheels from an 89 Turbo for sale. Do you know if they're square setup? They're definitely staggered, from what I remember. We had that car in here not too long ago, and they're definitely staggered on those, because on the rear, the offsets are pretty much the same as the 87, 88 Turbo, but on the front, they're completely different. Won't bolt up since they had the bigger brakes, so I'm pretty sure they're staggered. So yeah, just let me know if you're interested in them, because I'll put them up on the website and you guys can check it out. I'm gonna call that one. So I've got a store now over there. I may change that name to like merch or something, and then I'll put the store as like where you can buy all the parts and the heads and stuff. So we have a bunch of just parts for sale. I just haven't been able to post them yet. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in those wheels. We also just have late offset 87, 88 turbo wheels for sale, and I have a few other things, but they're being refurbished at the moment. So we'll see how those turn out before I put them on for sale. So anyway. So I'm gonna need a new gasket there eventually, but this is a Tiptronic car because it's my wife's car and that's what she wanted. We're now at, oh, we're almost about to hit 73,000 miles. Okay. We have been driving a little bit, and I'm putting a backup camera in here, touch screen, everything. And this folds up, and yeah, the seats are really not, for 72,000 miles, that's about what you'd expect. When these hit 100,000 miles, they've got a little hole in them, and then after 150,000 miles, that's when you see all the splits and everything. So that's pretty typical. I mean, you can probably re-dye these and add a little bit more strength back to them. But yeah, you can tell that this car's been well taken care of over the years. There's like the only little split in the dash right there. So it has seen some sun, but not really much. Door panels look good. That's my favorite color combo too. I like the tan with the red. Two-tone looks nice as well. These are full power. I think one of the guys here was saying I think they made a 12-way 968 seat, but I don't know. This one's the 8-way, and then whatever that is that a seat heater? I hadn't even played around in this car enough to even look, see what it's a little dial you rotate. It says something, but it's too dark for me to see these days. Give me that flashlight back there. Oh, you got a flashlight? Okay. What does that say? Oh, it's just dots, but you can see that you can rotate that with your finger.
Oh yeah, the dots are there so you can feel that the thing is there. So that's
Yeah.
what, the lumbar?
I don't know what that is. And this feels like a switch blank. So I don't know if you guys know what that is. Let me know. It's just some dots. I don't know if that's for the seat heater or I haven't got no idea.
The seat here buttons over
We
there.
see a few 968s, but this is the first one that I've seen with this many options. Mainly because, like I said, all the ones we've seen are like 94, 95s, and they started stripping options out of them by then. So 92, 93 were the most option one now, and I end up making all the 92, 93s go wild because people are gonna go, oh, that was the ones with all that stuff. Yeah, basically. But yeah, all the 94, 95s that we see, they still have manual handles and stuff. That 94 over there has manual handles.
Yeah.
It has power tilt and stuff, but you roll it up. So yeah, they started stripping options out of these cars to make them cheaper after 94. So this is the second 960. We had a 92 968 in here, but I didn't ever look at the seats on it. We were doing the steering rack. I didn't pay any attention.
That's a vacuum.
But,
That's a vacuum, ain't it? You see
Yeah.
the cooling line? That's a cooling
there may
line.
be coolant in.
I know this.
the-
This one is.
This one looks like it's vacuum because there's a hole in here that goes to that one.
Hopefully, we shouldn't have to take that off there. Should
If you're replacing hoses.
we? Oh, taking that. Yeah, just take that one hose off. Trying to get away with as little as possible, but that hose definitely needs to be changed. But yeah, that's one of the hoses that's got to come off there. You can see the original. Oh, what'd you do that for? Is it going in the bucket? That's
Yeah.
fine. So you drained it, but that was in the
Yeah.
block.
I guess so, yeah.
That's fine. Will do, Jeff. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Laying low. So, here's the radio we're installing. She did want a CD player. I didn't catch that when I ordered it. So, she got this, but it has we got the Sirius radio and all that stuff going on as well. And then this is the backup camera, and I've already got that on down here, so that's the way it's gonna look. This isn't the obviously our plate, but when that goes on, I'll have this right now. But this is just giving you an idea of what the backup camera is gonna look like, and you can adjust it and tighten it down. And she does. Asaph says, "You guys still use CDs?" I do not. I
I was upset that I had no CD player.
am. The second I could get rid of CDs, I did.
I wanted a cassette player.
No, I got an SD card probably around 2006 and never looked back. Put it in the radio and never touched the CD again. And then we have a dash camera here. This is very similar to ones that I always put in my cars, just the newer version. Pretty cool. I got to get one updated in my car. Mine worked, so I hadn't bothered. And then we got a radar detector going in. So she has the...
I have the Valentine V2 in the other car.
So she wanted to try something different. So this is the one we're putting in this one. They're all supposed to be good, but
This
one's
and the
supposed to
Valentine are supposed to be comparable.
be... Okay.
So I'm gonna have one in one car and one in the other and see.
Yeah, this is GPS, Wi-Fi. all
This is the
stuff.
newest unit
Yeah,
in.
I don't think the Valentine doesn't have all that.
It does.
Oh, does it? Has GPS in it?
It ties in with the app, the Valentine app and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yes, it comes with Apple CarPlay, made for iPhone. Well, somewhere on here it also says that it is CarPlay.
It's right
Yeah, there it is. So, yeah, I don't buy anything that doesn't have CarPlay on it, so we're good on that. But she wanted CDs.
And a cassette player.
And well, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to go buy you a Walkman from 1984 and plug it in there. Put it in the aux port. For a cassette. No. But I did tell her like I would get her like I was hoping that this car came with a 6-disc changer, and I was like, well then we could make that work. But if it still worked from 1993, but it didn't come with the option, so or it's been removed. But we can always put you a 6-disc changer in there, and but otherwise, not. Just play it on CarPlay. Or you've got Apple Music, you have Spotify, you've got XM Sirius Satellite. Like,
I want a cassette. Because it has a cassette holder. So I want to get.
well, you can convert that to be anything you want it to be, like something that's like maybe more practical, like a phone holder today. But, that's just my thoughts on it. It's like I still have the cassette holder in my 924S, but I still had the original radio when I bought it, and it still played cassettes. But I got really tired of going down the road and not being able to like answer calls, and so that was out the window real quick.
One of the things that I hope you can do is look at my comms from my radio.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear it in the speaker so I don't have to use the earpiece or hit the button.
Kevin says, "I would definitely check out those wheels on the website when you get them posted. I've been considering going back to the stock wheel set." Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll try and get them up. It might be a little while. I'm gonna be pretty busy this week, but Asaph says, "Are you guys gonna be changing the speakers?" Of course we are. Well, I will. We'll do it in spare time. This is the 10 speaker setup too, so.
The speakers are fun. Comms are more important.
Well, yeah. This is the 10 speaker setup here, so you got. I kind of like the ones they had in the later 944s better that were like shaped to the door, but looks fine. But yeah, the speakers sound fine in here, so they could have been changed at some point. But we'll check. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure it sounds good.
Yeah, it was just one blew up. Like all four. The other two are fine.
Yeah, I'd go with mute. That one, she the only crappy spot you have to go back in to replace speakers.
Yeah.
You got for your whole window. Did you do that by yourself?
Yeah, this is what she was trying to do earlier.
But then Brent showed me a way easier way of getting windows.
With the thing,
Yeah.
with the wire.
All right, guys. So, let that show you.
Hey, so we gonna pull this and replace these
Yeah, because you know it's gonna.
and that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I believe we have some of the hoses here already.
Yeah, there's a set.
There's a whole set for us
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, but they don't fit this though. Nope.
So it's this one and this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
These are all original. You can tell by the Otis clamps on here.
Yeah, it's got a bit of.
10 speakers of the subs in the back. No, I believe that they counted it as like 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like, yeah, so that was 8, and then 2 other speakers. So that would be actually, if you count this, do this. I'm trying to. Okay. So you count this as 1 on each side. So 2, and then 4. 6, 8. I don't know where the other 2 are, but it's quote unquote the 10 speaker, but I don't know. I never really thought about it.
What's a silver speaker?
No, I should know.
Let me Google it real quick.
Yeah. But yep, it's time for some new hoses. See, anytime you start seeing that, just so when we bring cars in, we just go ahead and replace just go ahead and replace everything. So like people want to cut corners and not replace this stuff, and at the end of the day it's just going to be more expensive if you just wait till it just leaves you stranded on the side of the road and then overheats, and now you got a head gasket issue. So even though this car is running fine, it would have never had probably, you don't want to wait till that happens. So when we get a 968 in here, it's
We'll grab that hose.
getting service like this. We are doing the hoses, the belts, the rollers, and chain pads, oil cooler, all that stuff.
So it's for high-speed, long-distance events, like Silver State Classic, transform 3.0 inline 4 into stable, durable touring car. So you have spherical
Okay.
bearing components, robust brake upgrades, and a comprehensive roll cage to handle extended high RPM endurance running.
So he's asking about a Silver State Classic build. Okay, we looked it up.
No other cool hoses, right?
I've been really looking.
So let me read what it's talking about so everybody knows. So this is the first I've heard of it. Building a 968 for a high school. Hopefully this
We'll take
is.
this case off.
Sometimes AI just invents stuff, and so you can't trust it. So this is from Google AI.
The magnet type
It's for high-speed, long-distance events like the Silver State Classic, requiring transforming its 3-liter inline engine platform into a stable, durable touring car. Key modifications on high-speed stability, including stiffer suspension with spherical bearing components, robust brake upgrades, and comprehensive roll cage to handle extensive high RPM endurance racing. Huh. No, I think she needs to keep this as a daily driver and a play toy, but you know, autocrossing and track events, that type of stuff, but not like a serious race car, because there was only like 5,000 we brought to the US, so, and there was less of them that came with like the glove compartment and stuff. So I'd like to keep it to where it's original, but it's a Porsche. It's meant to be tracked and everything, but keep it as a nice, clean, and original as possible. But you know, it's going to be a daily driver too, so it is what it is. But yeah, that sounds pretty neat. Maybe we could do one on another car, like another 968. I would take one that's a little bit more fresh than this. You guys didn't get to see it before we start tearing into it, but this is probably one of the nicest 968s I've ever seen. Did it come with the rubber thing? Was it
I
there?
don't think so.
That's okay. I ordered one. That's
Okay.
why I asked.
Yeah, I don't think there was one on it.
'cause
unless
I
already
didn't-
took it off.
Because I ordered a brand new one because I kind of figured it was going to be missing. Yeah. Yeah, most of the 968s you see all this. Oh, do you want to take a picture?
got it.
Most of these are like tan looking and the paint's peeling off after, you know, 100,000 miles, and to see it originally silver. So these were silver, the 944S's were originally silver,
Yeah.
and then they just fade and turn that beige color. It's
Yeah, mine's pretty
and then
beige.
people will paint them back beige because
Yeah.
they think that they were originally beige, but they're actually just really pretty
She's
silver.
dirty.
She's just dirty. Yeah,
She's
when
not
she-
too dirty
but she's
though.
not that dirty.
We're off on it.
This is not a very dirty
It's
car.
probably
It's
gonna be
just-
up here. So.
we were actually talking, so our Lexus is obviously 20 years younger, but
Okay, which one's
it still looks like a brand new engine. Popped a hood on the Lexus. And this one here has some dirt on it for 30 years, but it's not that bad, really.
No.
But it has less mileage. You know, I think the Lexus is now 91,000 miles.
Where's that wheel chalk at?
the what?
Wheel chalk.
Should be one.
Yeah, I agree. He said use a beater like a 924S. Yeah, they're everywhere now. They sold a lot of 924Ss. I've had like 20 944Ss. I probably got one that'd be perfect for that.
The battery.
Um,
Yeah, you just, I gotta put it in neutral.
Okay.
do you want me to just disconnect this? Is what you, I'll just take this out.
And how clean is your pants, Brent? You wanna get in there, put it in neutral?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm clean.
Okay.
Okay, just lay that to the side there.
So I gotta get
And,
the top of this there.
So how many miles does the 911 have now?
30,
Which
35.
one's tough?
33. Okay. We've been kind of driving it. That's one of the reasons why I got this car, is that way we don't put another 33,000 miles on the 911. I mean, we're not saving it for anybody, but like it's just,
I'm retiring it.
we're not all trying to. Well, yeah, I mean,
4mm Allen.
all right, should be a neutral, guys. We're still gonna enjoy it. Just we're not gonna drive it
I'm
every day
retiring
like we
it.
have. Are you gonna cover it up and then never drive them again?
Maybe. I'm thinking about retiring him.
Be a future bar finder.
That's exactly right. Well, at least we have a
Tell me when I'm off.
climate controlled garage, so there's that. you'll go out there in 5 years and it'd be disintegrated if it was like not climate controlled. So that's the other thing about cars.
Okay,
is
so
that's-
it's like, I can have it, I can have it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's well, be my daily driver. I'll just.
Don't you touch him. You're not touching him.
Is it lined up with the bolt hole or a little past?
Hey, we'll show him top dead brick.
Yeah. Need top dead.
Oh, is it here?
Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be close
Yeah, it's
enough. Yeah, there's a mark. Let me
Yeah,
turn
there's a
this
mark
around.
here.
Yeah, so this is gonna be your.
How much wine you got?
Oh, we got another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another little bit.
Yeah, like 45 degrees. Now we're going down, going down. All
Like a
right,
tiny-
20 degrees, coming on 10 degrees. All right. Oh crap! I was looking.
Oh, we went
I was
past
looking
it.
at
Yeah,
that.
we went
You're
past
good.
it.
I don't know why I looked at that. That's where it is on the NA. That's my bad.
A little bit more. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, just
probably
come back a little bit.
bit
A
more.
little more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a.
I was looking at where the mark would
Like
be on
10
an NA.
degrees.
All right, so
Keep
a
going.
Mini
A
says
little bit more.
86
little
turbo
bit
did a
more.
leak down test,
Little
and
bit
I'm
more.
getting more than
Yeah, that's
20%
good.
leak down on 1 and 4. Compression tests are good.
Yeah, we're good.
Cold 126
Take
across
the
the board,
button
but
off of it.
terrible leak
Yeah.
down. Hearing air in the dipstick. Stuck a camera down in the cylinders, and pretty sure that I saw some scoring as well. What options? So with that kind of leak down, you're looking at going with some sleeves. That's pretty much your options there, or getting a new block. But I don't really recommend that because it's just easier to just sleeve the block and call it a day, and it's going to be far more durable, so you don't. Every day people blow head gaskets in these turbos and they get coolant in there, and then you drive it and it scores the cylinder block, and then on top of that
These reversed.
pistons have
These just normal.
that iron coating that wears off. The cylinder sleeves just get rid of all that. It was just not having cylinder sleeves was an interesting way of doing things. It was meant to bring production costs down. It costs like a lot to still sleeve production cars, so they were trying to find ways around not having to do that. And the Elucil is a very good, interesting thing, but I've got a car that has 300,000 miles on it without any scoring on it, but I use paper filters. But when something bad happens, why not just do the steel sleeve and get it over with? It's going to be stronger, it's going to last longer, and you don't have to worry about a head gasket going again, and then yeah, it's just the way to go. It's just Porsche trying to save money, and it's a fine technology, but when you have something like that, it's an upgrade to steel sleeves. So ordinarily, I tell people to like not bother with leak down tests, but if you've only got 26
Yeah, I got one.
psi, even on a cold engine, which you're supposed to warm them up and hold the throttle open, 126 psi is too low for anything. I mean, it'll still run, but it's not gonna be enjoyable. It's not gonna be the power you're gonna really want out of it. So I'd say just go ahead and get it done. Well, I hope that helps. I know it's not good news, but I mean, I think you kind of figured that stuff was coming. So we have to remove all that stuff to get in there now. So we're getting to the good stuff now.
Such a Russian pie.
guys. Anything else you want to see? So that's pretty much the update on this car. And yeah, she's a beautiful car. I'm just gonna try and get the cam chain done, new hoses, and she's making her debut at the Heritage Invitational in Charlotte. Saturday, April 11th. She's. I was gonna say that. So anyway, let's say that a little bit better. So in the Porsche Corral at the Heritage Festival, she'll be making her debut. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Tiptronic. It's not an auto. It's like a PDK is not an auto. But yeah, she's a Tiptronic. So this is what she wanted. I'm not gonna argue with her because I've tried to get her to drive my cars, and she can drive a clutch okay, but she feels more comfortable with this, and I don't really blame her. But it is kind of fun. It's just like driving a modern car with this stuff in it. If I could get some paddle shifters, then it would be really fun. I've seen people adapt them to put them on there, but I really like doing stuff like that, but it takes more than an hour. I'm not interested anymore.
Can we do something with that gap? Because it's going to get dirt in there once that Sony goes.
Oh, we're gonna fix that. That's
You're
what I'm
gonna
saying.
seal
We're
it?
gonna fix it, yeah. But so someone asked what car is this? It's a 93 Porsche 968. Walking you guys around it while I do some other stuff. So yeah, you got everything marked out real nice. Yeah.
There.
So I'm gonna show you now that that's probably the problem right there. So
Which way does it need to go? Is that retarded?
so when I drove it, I was like, this car feels a little bit down on power.
It needs to be advanced.
It needs to be advanced.
What does that mean?
So you can advance.
It's
And
been retarded. It's pretty
the timing's
retarded right
backwards.
now.
Yeah.
It needs to be sitting instead of like close. It needs to be sitting back here, closer to this side.
You can see where it originally was, so it's close. This one here, it looks like it's it's just little. You can see where the holes originally were. I don't know who would have done that.
So it needs to go
But,
backwards or forward.
Looking, well,
Was the last the 968?
I'm not giving away all my secrets, but
nine-
that's not the right timing.
924 I did.
The service manual.
Yeah.
And so that's probably it. 10 degrees off on these cars that cost you 100 horsepower. You gotta watch what you're doing on these things. Won't hurt anything, but so how does the gearing in the Tiptronic compare to the 6-speed? You definitely know you're driving an automatic. But if you're shifting it manually, it's not bad at all. It's not bad. It's basically a 4-speed.
Is it a 4-speed on
But shifting it in the manual mode, it's a lot of fun. Like you put it in drive, it's an auto. But if you put it into the Tiptronic mode, it feels a lot like driving the manual, like as far as changing when you want it, revving it out, and everything like that. So, but yeah, when I was driving it around when we were in Colorado, it's much higher elevation, I was shifting it manually, and I was pretty happy with the way it drove. Mo Money says, are you going to do a paint correction? And absolutely are. Yeah, we've already started some of the paint correction. Started on it last night.
Ceramic's happening in 2 weeks.
And ceramic's scheduled for 2 weeks, so yeah. It's gonna be beautiful once it gets that ceramic on there. It's gonna bring it out and be really deep and shiny. And
Then I'm gonna go tear it
so,
up.
I don't know if you guys can see, but like this is where I started paint correcting last night, and that's before. So you can see I just did the front. The mirror's kind of dull, but yeah, this is afterwards, so it's gonna polish up real nice. But it will be even nicer once the ceramic coat.
Hey Brett, should I pull the starter and lock it?
Yeah, but I don't have the starter lock for the 968.
Yeah, we don't have one.
Not here. I'd just get this belt off here the best way you can. It's gonna need new belts, isn't it?
What am I doing?
A new roller.
I need to tune that.
I know, it's a habit. Yeah, I would just take the belt loose. It should be good. Oh yeah. So when we found the car, it looked like it'd just been waxed and was pretty, and we even had it transported in an enclosed carrier, but when we got it, I guess they washed it with something that just stripped the wax off of it. And I was like, don't look the way I remember it, but anyway, it's gonna polish out just fine. But it's got some scuffs and stuff in the paint that'll just buff right out. All of that in the hood's pretty much gone now, so it looks fantastic. Like, I haven't probably buffed things in like 10 years, and I just used some McGuire's 105 and 205 on it in like an hour. Does the 968 have an LSD? I want to say that this one's definitely an open diff, and I know for a fact that not all 968s had it, but it could have been one of those things where early 92, 93s had LSDs, and then they took them. Limited slip differential. So could be one of those things that they got rid of later on the 968, or was always optional. I'm not sure. I want to say that this one's definitely an open diff, just the way it drives. I could be wrong though, but I feel like I would have noticed it if it had a LSD in it.
You ever drill one of these out yet? No. I've had you before.
I'll check the options though. We never did look at the options on this car. The 968 does a lot better job of like, you just look and you see the options. And of course, since everything's original on this car, we knew what radio it came with and all this other stuff.
Hey, how's this hydraulic?
Did you get a?
I know messed with the hydraulic system.
Oh, it's fun.
I'll let you tell me later.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, you got it. Basically, the easiest way to just get this out is to just take this and then slide that out, that piston out. And I'm not, yeah, you might have to take that cover off.
If I gotta take the cover off, we gotta lock it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an option. M220 limited slip differential.
Yeah.
Compared with the
We get new belt?
MO30.
Might as well.
The
Might as well.
MO30 is the sport chassis. It's included stiffer springs, adjustable Conti shocks,
Well,
front brakes.
That's the MO30 package, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it was standard on any 968s. It was always optional. It was the 944. It was always an option. I wasn't sure if they. I wasn't sure if they were optional or.
Heated seats are an option, and I have those.
I'm guessing that that's what that's for.
Oh, I suppose we have a pollen filter.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, you had to put them on the 944, but here's a look at the interior. Looks really nice. You won't really even see that in real life. I guess that's where a hat was rubbing on the seat. But in real life, you don't even notice that's there, but it's huge on camera. So we'd probably just go ahead and like, what's the term? It's not really a re-dye, but they take a rubbery substance and smeared on the seats, and just put that coating back on there. It wears off. Get that done, but really nice. No discoloring other than in the driver's seat over there. And there's only one little crack starting in the dash, but this thing's not really going to see any daylight from sitting outside. It will be tracked and autocrossed, but it won't be out sitting in the sun. This will be garage kept. But yeah, that's pretty much the interior. There's a little bit of something there, but it scratches off. But yeah, it definitely, you can tell that this is a low mileage car, just a normal wear and tear on the driver's seat. One little micro crack in the dash. Yeah, I can't get to the trunk right now though, that's the thing. It's like, to open the trunk you have to have the battery connected. And, oh, that's fine. I'd have to remove all this stuff, but, heck, we might as well. So I gotta remove all this, we gotta reconnect the battery, and then I gotta get the key out and stuff. So let's look at the option codes, and then you can Google them while we're watching this. Oh. I gotta get back in there and get the key.
You put it back apart.
Oh, it's an auto. It's an auto, so it doesn't get the 944 shifter.
You want to put it back apart?
Oh, here, pull up on it as I do that. There you go. All right, I just did it with the button. Okay, you can disconnect the battery now. Yeah, it's the Tentronic, so no need for anything to get rid of the shifter slot. But yeah, I can check this. You can see they changed the carpet a little bit for 968. And as you can see, there is not a sticker here because I don't know if they did away with it in the 968. Yeah, it should be right there. In the 944, it's down here, but that's where the tail lights are now. So tail lights come all the way over here.
Oh, this is a spare, right?
Yeah, that's a spare. And your jack and everything that should be in here. And I moved where the jack is.
There's no jack.
There should be a jack here. But yeah, no, unless it's, no, not there. So on the 944, the sticker sits right here, but that's a tail light now. So I don't know where they moved it or if they just stopped doing it with the 968. It's getting the option sheet. And the old 60s Dodges, they just threw it under the back seat as a spec sheet. They didn't glue it or anything. You just threw it in the, threw it under the seat. So I don't know whether if this one is, so the dealerships are supposed to take them off the book and place them in the trunk, and that may have been something either the dealership didn't do
Could
or
be in
something.
the book. It's got the original artifact.
If they didn't, Michael says under the hood like modern P cars. I hadn't seen it underneath the hood. It's unprotected paper, so it definitely wouldn't last long there. But now it's possible that we still have it. So it should be in your warranty book. Did you get a warranty book? I haven't looked through any of this.
Everything's in here.
Okay, so
Here's this stuff.
yeah, that's not it.
Stickers.
Don't show that. That's in case you ever have to order another key.
Here's
It should be in the warranty book. Can you hold the phone right? So it should have one of these stickers in here.
look in the front.
Look at that. See, it should have been like page 1. Someone's gonna come along and watch this one.
Try looking at the maintenance book or owner's manual. So those are in there too.
Yeah, it should be in the warranty book, but we'll look.
Oh,
This is,
And more stuff in
this
there.
is more.
So you gotta take that little cord off.
It's gotta be here somewhere. Usually it's on the warranty book, but okay, that's all that. It's not there. Someone might chime in. This is our first 968, and I've never looked at another 968's paperwork before, so someone might chime in and be like, 968s didn't do that. Oh, it's the maintenance book.
He
Okay.
literally said that, and I told
Well,
you
I
that.
couldn't find the maintenance book.
I
wasn't-
said it was all in there.
Okay, we've got. That is catalytic converter XD4 is probably no one ever knows. 139, 249, 331, 340, 418, 437, 438, 454, 650. So that's power sunroof. 454, I believe, is like heated mirrors or something. And I don't know what 438 is, and 437, 438. That's probably, since they're side by side, that might be power heated right mirror and power heated left mirror. But yeah, we'll look these up. Let's all right, let me guess then. Go ahead and start looking them up. Yeah, mine were always in the warranty book, but I guess I'd never even seen one of these, a maintenance book. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I guess it was always.
437 is full power seat left driver's side.
Okay, and then it's full power seat left is going to be 438.
You mean right? Yeah,
Oh, right.
438 is probably.
Yeah, left and right. Okay.
Yep, that's the passenger side.
Okay,
full
so
power
they were
seat.
fully optioned power seats.
What's the next one you want me to look at?
454, I believe that's like. It's something I know, power mirrors or something like that.
Automatic speed control. It's cruise
Oh, it's got
control.
cruise control. Okay.
Next.
And 650 sunroof, power sunroof.
Is that it?
139.
Seat heater, left side.
Okay, and 249. So these are heated seats. So I guess that
I
little
told you they were heated.
adjustable thing is like, hey, you.
4-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission.
Okay, 331.
Becker Porsche CR1 cassette radio.
The Becker, okay. And 340.
The right side heated seat.
Okay, so full power seats, heated seats on both sides. And what did you say the 418 was?
418.
Mm-hmm.
Protective side molding. The rubber strips located along the lower
Ah,
sides of
gotcha.
the
Yeah,
vehicle
that's it
doors
right
and
there.
recorder panels.
Okay. And there you go. That's our options. Basically, Tiptronic. Somebody fully optioned the car out. Other than it did not have the 6-disc CD changer, which is a shame. Such a shame. But, oh well, probably wouldn't have worked by now anyway.
You don't know that.
Yeah, let's be real.
Hey, Brick. Does the ball come off that? Or does it come off the arm?
Oh, on these, there should be like a little clip. Like, so just like the, but yeah, this should just pop off here.
I'll let you do it.
Yeah, I might need a tool to do it. There should be a little spring in there that keeps it from popping off. I definitely don't want to break it. I definitely want this cruise control to stay working. There it goes. There we go. I got it. Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's got a little spring in there. So just pull this out. That's it. Oh, and that's going through that. So
And then, so I can't get the belt. I guess I'm gonna have to pull the pulley off to get that belt off the bottom. Is that?
yeah. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Don't forget we got the Hella Meet coming out. And be sure to share that on every forum. Let's get a lot of people out there this year. I know people like to register late, but the registration is getting ready to end. I'm gonna make sure that you're all there. We are keeping the dates the same. Then we have NC Car coming up, July 4th weekend. Be sure to check that out. I'm gonna put that on my address.com track day page. Be sure to check that out. And then we got another track day coming up in February. I want you guys to join us down there at AMP, but we're doing a lot of stuff. But let's get through the Hella Meet first, and hope to see you guys there. And you have a great week. See you next time.
Yeah, 'cause back